What's up, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Chopping It Up. I'm your girl, T. Latrell. How y'all doing, fellow co-hosts?
Good.
All right, I got a question for y'all. What's going on, everybody? I'm sorry. I'm ready to get into this. Okay, so I got a question. How do we positively influence the young adult of today? You know, graduation season is among us. These kids is damn it smelling themselves. They think they're grown. They think they know every fucking thing. How do we get them to be successful for their tomorrow like the hell we wasn't or like we were? How do we do this? Help me out, y'all.
Who want to touch it first now?
I'll hit it first.
Give me
I'll hit it first. Sometimes you got to let them hit their brick wall and then take one of them bricks and start building the foundation. Because if you're always going to coddle them, you're going to have nothing but punks running around. And always running back to mommy and daddy. I need, and never be. They might be an adult in age, but they're not an adult. Exactly. And although all mine have walked that stage and graduated years back, I'm actually dealing with an adult child that has children in a relationship that's hella rocky right now. Not even sure if it's going to be on tomorrow or not, but now it got hella turbulent. And I don't want to intervene or interfere or overstep, but it's almost like you want to be like, ow, snap out that shit.
Okay.
And it's just got, because there's no responsibility being taken. It's, don't keep calling me like mama this and crying and get me all in my damn feelings as a mother. And then when I try and help you by giving you my life story that damn near mirrors yours, if not does mirror yours, obviously it's survivable. I'm here. I didn't say it was easy at all, but sometimes you gotta buck up, pull them fucking panties up, and walk straight. That's just life. It's not nice outside that front door. It is not nice out there. But if you want to, but here's my thing: if you want to be grown and smell yourself, pack your shit and get out of my face. You can always come back and talk to me, but you can't come back and live with me.
Oh, God damn. Well, okay. And as I'm a single parent.
True indeed.
So well, I'm
especially
divorced,
when you
whatever.
start getting settled
I'm
on
doing this on my own. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm single. I'm a single mother too.
That shit is hard to do.
I'm listening to your question. I'm just
okay.
I was listening to your question, and I get it, and it's like, okay, now this is. Oh, you. I appreciate it. You know, I even appreciate the question because me personally, I want to tell all the graduates of 2024, first of all, congratulations on your achievements and your accomplishments. But in the same conversation, I want to also tell you, welcome to the real motherfucking world, where now you're a competition to me and what I'm trying to do. So personally, I don't give a fuck if you get it, if you don't get it. I don't see why I have to sit here and tell you the secret of success when none of these other motherfuckers out here told me the secret of success. I had to learn it the hard way. Oh, you might say, oh man, you sound like you just upset about what's going on. Well, guess what? Once again, welcome to the real world. Now, if you don't want to listen to your mama, the only person that really give a damn about your ass, I don't know what to tell you about everybody else. Because once again, like I said, you're competition. It's like making the team now. When somebody get drafted, and now you think the old veterans gonna tell you how to play the game? No, we gonna get out here and bust your ass too and you gonna learn it the hard way.
Thank you.
So, like I said,
Yeah.
Right.
congratulations on your achievements
Yeah.
when you was walking in them little
Yeah.
shoes of yours now. So, like Mo say, put on your big girl drawers, your big girl panties, whatever the fuck you wear, noun, pronoun, verbs, whatever the fuck you is. Let your ass understand, you know what? It's your plan to be the man. I really don't give a fuck if you get it or not, because guess what? I'm going to pay my bills. I don't give a fuck if you put no food in your mouth, because my ass plan on eating good. Shit, I plan on getting my shit together. So you, on the other hand, I think you might want to figure this out. And the only thing I will tell you, you might want to listen to the person that give a fuck about you, because on the other side of the conversation, shit, welcome to the...
It's not that you disagree with your mother.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. First and foremost, everything starts with the parents and how they're being brought up. A lot of these kids is being spoon-fed, so they turn out how they turn out. And if you're not, like I say, I know how me and Clean came up. If you don't have those hard, concrete-ass parents, then guess what's going to happen? These same, just like you said, these same, especially these little boys out here, they're going to end up being grown wearing fucking panties. And the thing is, you know, if this is the way I look at it. When we came up, man, we was out there doing fucking grown men jobs.
Big
you know
stuff.
what I'm saying?
Regular stuff. Yeah.
It's like the way I see how shit is nowadays. These motherfuckers, they're giving everything to them. You know what I'm saying? They're giving everything to them, just handing it to them. It's like there's no work involved in it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like it's either they're gonna get it or shit.
Man, because truth be told, you know, as far as I'm concerned, but okay, truth be told, what it is it's like my daddy worked his ass off. My parents worked their ass off to give me and my siblings and everything, you know. So therefore, you know, I took that under my belt. I appreciated whatever. I knew I had to get it. But in the process of them doing what they did, I seen some of their flaws, and I felt like, you know what, I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do it like they did. I ain't gonna do it like they did. So yes, I coddle and spoil, and now I got entitled and goddamn feel, you know, they want to be grown, but they ain't ready for the world. They ain't ready for this real shit, like Clean said. They ain't ready for a clean. They ain't ready for to realize that it's competition out here. They ain't ready to realize that outside that door, nobody don't give a fuck about you. You know, I'm trying to reel them and show them also that, yes, I struggle and the shit looked easy, but that shit was hard as a fuck. You know, it was hard as a fuck doing it. But I had to get what the hell in the process. And, you know, and they just, oh my gosh.
I'm gonna ask y'all ladies. I'm gonna ask y'all ladies.
I know they need to hit, but it's hard. You know, watching them, even the thought of you having to do this and having to do this is hard. This is your child. This is your offspring. This is your child.
Let me ask y'all ladies something. Then, you know, of course, I'm gonna pass it to us men here. What's the difference that you're seeing with the young ladies of the day that actually that they're doing different compared to what y'all did?
Honey, you want me to be brutally honest? I am not saying I'm the cat's meow. I am far from the cat's meow.
Brutally.
I'm fucking genuine.
Yes.
I am genuine as shit. I bring my heart and my soul into play at all damn times. Now, if you neglect it, go fuck yourself. But if I allow you to neglect it, shame on me. Shame on me, because I allowed it to happen. But these little girls here that have a full figure woman style, why do you think plastic and sex is a goddamn to everything? Why do you think that's everything? I don't want to be with somebody that if all you see is point blank, if all you see is pussy, honey, you don't see me. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the real world out there, I left
Shit,
home
do
at
you
14.
what?
I walked out that door at 14. I had no other options. I had to walk out. But I immediately stayed my bitch ass in school. Didn't want to, but I stayed. By 15, I was an emancipated minor. So I was a legal adult. Had my own place. I had a job. I graduated 2.5 years early. It's, all this stuff. And it's like,
So you
like you
achieved
just
the
said,
level
when
of
you walk out
success. I
that
mean,
front door, right. But even still, I'm not at the level I want to be because I made stupid decisions because I listened to stupid men that I allowed to manipulate me.
right.
So I take full
Yeah.
responsibility for all of my part. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's like,
Right.
walk out that front door. I mean, I just made 59 on the 24th. I am still working full fucking time. But I'm not going to coddle your ass. I will let you cry on my shoulder. I will hear you. I will give you my advice. You can take it or leave it. That's totally up to you. You're grown. But I'm not going to come down there and bail your ass out. I'm not going to bail you out. I can't. Because I'm not going to take on any more responsibility than what I got going on for myself.
So check this out. Let me ask y'all this here. I know where y'all stand at as women, but what about these women that's out there that's actually promoting this type of thing towards their children? That
What do you
lazy
mean?
shit.
Oh,
That being lazy shit. I mean,
they make us look stupid. They make women look stupid. That's what gives these simple-minded men the room to say and act the way they do towards women. I'm not going to raise a grown-ass man, whether I gave birth to him or not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get involved with somebody I got to raise. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, just go home to your mother. I've been one. I'm not trying to be another one.
Yeah.
I know I am very abrupt, and I definitely know how to love people from afar. I love my kids. I love my family. But if you step over a boundary, you can stay over there. We'll talk soon. I'm done.
That's it.
I'm done.
But I mean, the thing that's tripping me out is that, you got some parents who would, once upon a time, it was a village. You actually had a village. When I was coming up, you got Miss So corner, Miss such and such over here, Miss such and such, and everybody was in your damn business. And when you fucked up, baby, before you come home, they done told your mama them, and they waiting on your ass. So everybody was in support of you doing positive, doing the right shit. Yeah, we fucked up. We did a lot of things wrong, but at the same time, everybody was watching, and everybody had a hand in your upbringing. Nowadays, you got these fucking parents that's going to allow you to do this shit. They're going to sit back and watch you do this and watch you this and watch, that's such and such daughter, that's such and such daughter. Before they even got them step in, they're recording some shit and trying to motherfucking get likes and shit over some shit that your child done did. Nobody ain't telling girl this is wrong. Take your ass home where you is loved and cherished and do the right fucking thing. There's people in the world that goddamn feel like clean. That feel like clean. Fuck it, you out here? Goddamn it, come home. And those of us parents that sitting around, be trying to I'm trying to get y'all to the point where, come on now, let me help you get to the promised land. Let me help you get
But
there.
I'm not going to do it for you.
But
I'll help you.
y'all gotta also realize now. You gotta also realize now. We also were taught in that same essence, because remember what the old folks used to say: you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And that's basically what we're trying to do. You can lead them in the right direction, but you can't make them take heed to what you say you got to go through. So it's sometimes you're going to have to let people learn on their own. I hate to say it, sometimes that school of hard knocks is one lesson that you will never skip class on. Because you can sit there and try to duck and dodge it all day.
But that damn diploma is
the person before you. Yeah, then guess what? You're going to fall into the same endeavors as everybody else, people before you, because you didn't invent this game. So what I've learned in life is age does bring wisdom. It seems like when you start bumping your head more than you realize you want to, you start taking wisdom of the older heads to be true acceptance of what they're trying to give you, and that's survival skills. You know, you have to realize like life is all about survival. You can survive this way, you can survive that way, but you got to survive. You understand me? And a lot of people are not learning about if you can put people, if you got lots on your house or what your family got going on, because the people not is about me, myself. Like, Carol made a statement. She said at one time it took a village, but guess what? The village don't give a damn no more. It's every man for himself. So you have to get out there and make your way amongst the world, amongst a bunch of people that's competing for the same thing. So
you're breaking up.
You have to take heed to the people that care about you.
You're breaking up just a little bit, big bro, because I don't want you to, keep moving, and then you're breaking up just a little bit. Let's see if it's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear him now. I heard him then.
Yeah, but you're good. You're good.
The village thing that you're talking about, Clean, is absolute truth, and it's like, I'm not condoning beating the shit out of your kids, but sometimes you got to put your hands on your kids. All this crap of you can't spank your babies. Let me tell you something. If you want to call the police because I spanked my child, or my kid, worse off, wants to call the police because I'm fixing to put a whooping on their ass, let me tell you something. Texas has a death penalty. I'm not gonna walk up in there going, "What you in here for? Spanking my kid?" No, bitch, I'm going for the chair. You want to go that route? You know, I'm going for the chair. Yeah. But then you got these other people out here that are like, I see it every day, especially in the restaurant world. I see it every day where they let their kids just do and act all sorts of way, and I'm in awe. Like I can't. We had a family come in the other night. The adults were acting worse than the damn kids at the table. When they got up from that table, when I tell you everything on the table they ate was underneath that floor, they spilled Dr. Peppers all over the place. The 5-year-old was like, yo, I need some more soda. Yelling at the server like he's grown. And first off, if anybody grown ever talked to me like that when I'm your server, not your servant, you get no more soda. In fact, you get a to-go bag and you get to step it. Right.
That's right.
But I mean, they were just, it's how you allow these kids to go without any form of discipline. And the discipline is so fucking mild. There's nothing to it that they have no responsibility level to even answer or take accountability for their fuck-ups. I mean, not getting political, but hello. Every time we turn around, we got him sitting on the cusp of what he needs to answer for. Do you really think he's going to go to jail? But if any of us had a speeding ticket that we didn't pay for 30 days, guess whose fucking ass is going to be locked up? A speeding ticket.
Okay.
So we all got a supposed political leader showing you how to get away with shit. So what good is it going to do? We're not going to be able to do anything if you got all these rich ass folks going, well, if you have money, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's just, and then what if
kids ain't got no damn money? They ain't got common sense. They ain't got no common sense. They ain't got nothing.
The table I was waiting on the other day was an influencer. She was an influencer and came out the box asking me what she got for free, or she was expecting me to have her meal paid for because she's an influencer. Who sits around and pays just to sit around and be like, oh, I like this color. I don't like this style, blah, blah, blah. That's like, what's that Kardashian, the young one that made $1 million because she said she wanted to be a millionaire before she was 18. So everybody sent her money. That's not working. That's not working. I'm out here busting my ass. Yeah, no.
Man.
It's made way too easy for people to get by. Way too easy for people to get by. They're not working.
So
they're not.
check this out. This is
exactly.
facts of what you're saying. It's facts of what you're saying by all means. But let me ask y'all this here. Do y'all think that this stream of social media and all this stuff is also having influence on how these kids is coming up?
Mhm.
Absolutely. Hell yes.
You got now. You got
go ahead, Mo.
Crossing the racial line. You got women that look like me at my age that are so fucking entitled that it's an embarrassment to even resemble them, that they think they can walk up to anybody and tell them about their fucking business. No.
Yeah.
No. I don't belong to you. I have no relation to you. You pay nothing in my house. There's nothing that you need to address to me unless I'm committing an actual fucking offense. Or or the ones that you see that stand there holding a parking spot. Bitch, if you don't get your ass out the way, my insurance is going to go up because I'm fixing to hit you. It's the entitlement. Yeah. You got women my age that look like me that are setting a standard like, this is okay for you to act like that. And then you've got kids like the influencer chick that are getting on there like, I already owe her something because she's on TikTok. Bitch, I've never seen you. I don't even know what you're influencing me with. So there's no level of age, race, gender, nothing. It's the idiots are just coming through in droves.
Yeah.
And the smarts are out the window. There's no smarts. There's no intellect.
But hey, check this out. Check this out. We're gonna take a quick break, and we definitely gonna come back on that door. Cause like I say, you know how it is, man. There's a whole lot more to talk about. So we'll be right back after this.
Not only time will tell what a nigga gon' see. Will I be trapped in hell or will I sit lavishly? Will the flesh act on me or will I live and be free? I get right in the game and be whole I can be. I smoke the finest of trees and with the baddest of freaks. I stay so fresh and so clean when I'm mobbing on that scene. Or will them niggas that hate and be off of my team? They plotting up for a liquor, they want me out of the scene. But I'm steady stacking my cream, just trying to live my dream. I open shop, I can't lie, most of my clients be fiends. Each your money stay green, my pocket bustin' the scene. We all different but the same, trying to chase this cheese. Now come on.
Hey, what's going on, world? This DJ Robert Keaton. Guess what? I'm bringing it back in. We're going to keep this thing going about, this generation and how things was when we was coming up, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and let that thing rip. Let me hear y'all out.
I have some old heads in my corner that kind of like, put me on game so I ain't had to make every mistake. So now that I'm older or whatever, when I see young cats doing whatever they doing or whatever, I try to give them perspective as to what they doing. Not necessarily trying to tell them what to do, because you can't tell them little cats nothing. But I see a lot of them do respect perspective if you come at them correct, Like, now I don't play the homeboy and none of that. I just tell them straight up, like, look, man, where you going? Know where you going. Because it's all kind of hooks and crooks in the road.
Big ones.
So if I try to help them steer away from certain things, I do that. You know what I mean? Because some mistakes you can't come back from, and the way these laws set up now, man, they'll take you out for anything.
Anything.
And then when you think of young women and young girls, I really don't talk to girls at all though, because I think the women need to talk to the women.
But the youngsters don't listen on that either. The young girls, if they got lashes and nails and booty and booby and all, they're not trying to hear you. They just think sex is going to be the rule for everything. So you go ahead and think that way, because when you come home with a baby, I'm going to be like, oh, look at BB's baby. When y'all leaving? Because that's a baby you're raising. I'm not raising no more babies. I'm not going to do it. And that's another thing. Some of these
And
young
that's
girls
what's
get out there
fearful.
and have,
Also, shit, the baby ain't even
right.
You know,
And some of these young girls have these babies
yeah.
and come
The
back.
babies
Well, you're
ain't
the
even.
grandma. You need to do something. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
y'all as women, do y'all think y'all actually share how hard it is to be a parent
Yes.
with the girls?
I hid nothing from my children.
Yeah,
My
but you
children
gotta
saw me
learn.
fall, saw me happy, saw me devastated.
Exactly.
I am transparent. I am transparent. If you think this shit is easy, I'm going to laugh at you. Because
Yes.
every last one of my kids have come back going,
Exactly.
you know what, Mommy, you were right. Well, I don't want a trophy for being right. I don't want credit for being right. What I want you to do is actually recognize that maybe I got some
That's
logic
right.
to what I'm saying, because I've been here how many years longer than you? And this is not a new thing. It's
Okay.
just a
And
different
see,
time on a different person. Yep. And it's, yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
notice about what I
they
notice about what I
because
notice about
you know that mama don't know nothing. You old, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You old lady,
check
baby, I'm here still. You know, keep
check this
on
out.
living, and you'll be
Can y'all
blessed
hear
to
me?
be as old as I am or older.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah, check this
Mhm.
out. What I notice about,
Yeah,
especially with some of these young girls or whatever, you know, in a lot of cases, when these type of things happen with them going out exploiting and you know, with all type of sexual endeavors and stuff like that, a lot of that also come from is because the fact that the parents is not open with them. You know what I'm saying? And some of them they
Mhm.
want to go out there and
yeah,
you know do all this type of stuff. See, anything that you do, it starts at home. And that's also teaching your babies basically, hey, this is the things that you gotta look for. Okay, if you go out there and do this, this is the things that you're gonna expect. And see, a lot of times when that type of communication is not within the home, you get that type of shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? So who is the finger
Yeah,
gonna be pointed at? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Mhm.
And see that's what I was saying. Like, okay, I hear most times where most people just like, oh, she grown, that little girl grown, that girl grown, and this is you talking about a 14, 15-year-old child. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I think when you put that child in that perspective of telling them that they grown and allowing them to make adult decisions that they shouldn't even be privy to be able to make, then you can't be mad at what they are when they're 18, 19, you know?
Right.
That's why I was
Fact.
saying, do you actually share with them how hard it is?
Yes.
Because I impress on my child that, man, stay young and a child as long as possible. Don't be in a rush to be grown. Because once you're grown, you got real responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And
It,
you should enjoy a child's play.
which you're right.
yeah.
They
But even with
should.
And
that
just
And
being said,
and I hear certain things. I hear certain things about like, okay, well, you know, the girls are dressing this and they got this and they're wearing this and stuff like that. But they don't got the money to buy these things. Some parent is going out there buying this stuff for them.
Right.
something.
You can't say, oh, these girls ain't got barrettes on their hair and they 13, 14. No, they got full frontals and not look at the mama for going and buying it.
When any of my kids were under my roof, my boys could not come in sagging. Absolutely not. When you get out on your own, that's on you, but I'm still going to talk shit about you. My girls could not dress, what I want to say, revealing or slutty or whatever you want to call it. Nope. Nope. And it's like that skit that Dave Chappelle did, when he said, you know, the women come up in there and they got all this and then they're mad or they're beside themselves because some simple mind dude comes up and he's like, you know, trying to take it in the midst supposedly asking, and they get all inside their feelings. Well, what did Dave Chappelle said? He goes, I totally understand, right? You should be able to wear what you want to wear and all this stuff, and nobody should assume anything. And on that same note, if I'm dressed up like a cop and you come running up to me talking about, hey, I need help, don't assume I'm a cop just because I'm dressed like one.
Right.
It's like
So
you need to fit the
Right.
bill on how you present yourself and accept what comes with it sometimes.
I'm gonna ask my man Clean something, man. Hey, big
Go ahead.
bro. You know we came up together. You know what it was. What was the expectations for us as little boys to coming into men?
Well, as I was listening to everyone's conversation, really all I can say, it was the standards of your household. Because
Hmm.
society is going to always try to come and give you another perspective on how to look at the world and how things supposed to be done. A lot of times when children
Yeah.
emulate things, they're trying to emulate what they think looks like success. You
Right.
Right.
understand me? So
Yeah.
a lot of times they're emulating what is superficial because the world has told them this is what success looked like, or this is what I did to get successful and stuff like that. Standards and morals and
Right.
integrity, that starts at the home. That comes from when you knee high and your people telling you right from wrong. You understand? And I think what people have
Right.
done is they have took a lot of the training from the home and put it in the hands of society. And,
Yep.
and
Right.
that's where people have to now, you have to
Yeah.
take back what belongs to you, because that child belongs to you. Society wants to take advantage of what's yours, but that belongs to you.
Yeah.
So you have to set the standards for what is your legacy, what is a part of your lineage. You know, a lot of times when you were young, all of us got mad at our parents. We didn't
Of course.
Right.
understand why our parents was doing what they were doing.
Of course.
But then when you got older, it was that aha moment, like, damn, now I understand why they were doing what they were doing.
Yep.
Now I get why
And I
they were being
appreciate
so
it.
hard on me and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's almost like,
Yeah.
as a parent, you have to come at them in ways they don't understand until they're able to get in shoes to be able to relate to why. Because they're gonna because you know what, I guarantee all us did who came from good parents, we all have went back to our parents and told them thank you for the things that you
Damn.
have
Yeah.
instilled in us. And
Damn
I
right.
believe that's gonna be the same
That's
thing
right.
that they're gonna do to us when it comes their time to now walk
Yeah.
on this planet as parents. They don't get it now because they're not walking in the shoes of what we have to walk in. You understand?
Right.
Hmm.
So that's all. It just it's
Yes.
being able to understand, and
I,
that's what they don't get. You have to be able to understand what a person is presenting. That's it.
You also have to be able to listen
yeah.
so
I
you
believe. I
can
believe. I
understand.
believe. I was gonna say for the most part, I believe a lot of this is because a lot of parents ain't raising their kids, and their kids is growing up with their own ideas and their own thoughts. And now what you're seeing now is these young adults is that coming to fruition. They ain't got no. They ain't. You hear it all the time. I ain't got no old head. I ain't got no OG. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. I ain't had nobody telling me what to do. I did what I wanted to do. So I feel like a lot of what society looks like now falls on our generation. A lot of parents passed them kids on to grandma them, and grandma was tired.
Hmm.
Or
Hmm.
a lot of them dropped them off over there to their homegirl house so they could do what they wanted to, and the homegirl was just letting them eat candy and do what they wanted to do.
Facts. Facts.
And then
Yeah.
for the most
Yeah.
other part you got daycare, you got fathers not being around. There's no structure there and things of that nature. So there's a lot of things that change the way things is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we can't sit there and necessarily
Yeah.
look at these kids and be like, oh, y'all tripping or y'all horrible. We got to look at what happened.
You also
Because
got to
Okay.
look at the fact of
they
like,
didn't, all these kids didn't jump up and decide, you know what, I'm going to go against what my parents told me.
Yeah.
No. Because I watch a lot of people, it's that crazy duality thing, right? Where if the child grows up and be successful, you say, I did
I lost them.
that, right?
You kind of breaking up, big bro.
And then when the child grows up, get that, my bad. I said when a child grows up and becomes successful, parents jump out the woodwork to say, yeah, that's my child. I raised that one. That's me.
Right?
But then when a child grows up and is a failure and is a knucklehead and isn't successful in life, then it's like, I don't know where you get that from. I don't know how you ended up like that. I don't know. I don't.
Go ahead. I was going to ask you a question. Let me ask you this here now. Since you were saying that too, where do you think most of the success come from? Both parents being in the home or a single parent home?
That can go either way. It just depends on the strength.
I can't say that. At this point, I can't say that because the homes have been broken up so much, it's hard to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, they actually make it cool. It's kind of cool now to not have your daddy in your life.
Oh shit! No.
Exactly.
So
and that shit is, you know,
it's a weird thing going on. It's a weird thing going on right now. You know what I mean? So I can't necessarily say what it would have been. I could say when we were growing up, everybody knew you fared out better when you had a father around.
Damn right.
Or if you didn't have a father around, we are the generation, and the generation before us, somebody stepped in for that guidance that you were missing at the house. Which brings us back to the village. You know? Right. But then you also add in media. I loathe the Kardashians. I can't stand none of them. But you got the Kardashians telling you how your body's supposed to look. And then you got these beauties of like Little Kim and Nicki Minaj and all these other. Why are you destroying yourself? You know what I'm saying?
You know
and you're putting it out there to look like it. And then you got the Real Housewives. You are not a housewife. That is not a housewife.
Check this out. You know, check this out. I'm gonna say something. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Well,
I can't hear him.
You're breaking up, big bro.
If they see the parent watching these shows, listening to these people, enjoying this type of thing, then they're going to think that that's what it is. I'm not saying you specifically.
I know, but no.
Society as a whole, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, I don't know why these kids run around acting ratchet and junk," but you sit down every week and watch Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives and all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you think they're getting it from?
That when my kids were watching that, they were watching it at somebody else's house that allowed that, and they hid that shit from me. But when I found out, you didn't go back over there.
Check this out.
We grew up
watch it in your house. They want to see it. They gonna see it.
Check this out. I'm gonna say something, and I'm kind of gonna go back on something that was said about the fact of how these kids is being raised. First of all, I agree with you, Skinny, with what you said. And the thing is, I personally feel, you know, I was one of the ones that was fortunate to have both parents in the home, and I'm very grateful for that. But one of the things I am going to say, I have the utmost respect to all the women out there who have raised kids by themselves. I have the utmost respect for them.
Thank you.
But when it comes to us little boys, a woman gonna be a woman, and she gonna lay down the raw to them. But when it comes to us, those little boys, ain't nothing but a man could show him how to grow up to be one.
That's true. I never claimed that I could show my sons how to be a man. I can show you how to be a gentleman, but I can't show you how to be a man. And being a single mother, I was blessed with very good guy friends where I could be like, look, I need your help. I need this boy to have some guidance. So I made my village. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my shortcomings. I'm not a man. I know how I want to be treated. I know how the cordialness, the couth, the chivalry, all that. I can teach you all that. But to perfect it, it's going to take a guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I can't expect you men to come in and talk about. Right. I can't expect men to come in and teach a girl about bra sizes or when she catches her period or when she's feeling hormonal.
Correct.
Y'all don't know what that's like because you didn't go through it.
Hey, and that's the thing. That's the thing I'm expressing with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. There is a gender role, but there's also a household. Mhm.
Yeah. And for those of us who didn't have, the single women who didn't have a man in the house, and even if he wasn't in the house, I feel as though he still should take part. He still should take part in the upgrowing, and it don't necessarily have to be the gender situation where you could be a distant father and still come in and tell them what is, what the guys is expected of you, what they're looking from you as the young lady, and what not to do. And if they don't necessarily have to be a man, got to do a man. A man can teach a girl some things too, but you have to be willing to be involved in their life.
Right.
You have to be involved.
Because you have single fathers out there too doing stuff.
A lot of girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's girls need their daddies too. Just sons that need their daddies. It's girls that need their daddies too, and then they go out in this world looking for that love that they lack from their father, and get caught up into bullshit, because he didn't take that time to spend,
I brought that up? You know why I brought that up, though?
Go ahead.
I brought that up for a reason, because at the end of the day, I heard some young ladies say the total opposite of what I'm stressing. And at the end of the day, y'all basically cleared it up, and they're going to get to see this video and hear everything. But at the end of the day, certain things a woman can do, certain things a man can do. It's going to be just one body being able to do everything. It's not going to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not a unisex planet. It's a duet. Yeah. This whole thing is a duet.
It takes a village. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And then as far as like households, we always talk about two parents and stuff. I had two parents. I didn't have good parents. And walking out that front door into reality, I didn't walk into the best hands, but I walked into what I should have walked into when I did, because it taught me so much. And God, I can't stress enough how much God blessed me with the scar tissue that I call myself and the understanding that I have. It took me a minute to figure it out, but I got it. I don't know how I walked through this unscathed, and I don't drink, I don't smoke, I do no dope, nothing. And the only vice I have is my cooking and food. That's it. But it's just, I don't sit around talking about woe is me, and I know nobody owes me nothing. I owe me everything. I go to bed with myself. I wake up with myself. I have to answer for myself. I have to structure myself. I'm the only one that's going to love me authentically outside of God, whether you're a believer or not. In my world, outside of God, I'm the only one that's going to love me authentically. And if you can't do that for yourself, you're going to be lost.
So bottom line is, what we got to do for these children is to make sure that we rear them in the way that, teach them everything that we know. Don't sugarcoat that shit. Put it out there on the line for them and give it to them in the damn butt naked. Make sure that they know that we love them, we support them, but we ain't gonna stand by their bullshit. I'm not gonna stand around and watch you become nothing. I'm gonna try to do the best I can to get you to the point to where you are success. Your level of success is comfortable or whatever. But bottom line, God damn it, y'all don't know every fucking thing. Shut the fuck up and listen to some of the things we got to do, and we do have to let them book.
we as parents should not sit around though either. I said we as parents don't need to be sitting around going, I'm waiting for that moment. I'm waiting for my credit, because they don't owe you anything. The only thing your kids owe you is to be better than you.
Oh no.
I want to be happily jealous of all my babies.
Exactly. Okay, I agree with
you know what I'm saying? I want to watch you live so well that I am happily jealous. I don't need your life, but I want to be like, damn, I would have loved to have that, but my baby's got it. You know?
Yes, exactly.
No, go ahead.
I was just listening and I was thinking to myself, I think I see where we went wrong. We lost community somewhere.
A long time ago, after our generation, Gen X died.
And when we lost community, it was all about our own. And therefore, there was nobody out here checking and balancing when the kids was outside of the mother's eyesight.
And when they did, they got scolded for doing it. Don't talk about my kid like that.
So it's
yeah.
Right.
We need to figure out what
come back in, bro. Yeah.
I had a lot of old heads that came around and was talking to me and giving me, like, putting me on stuff and keeping me kind of out the way from getting in certain things. Now, I got in certain things regardless, but they still kept me kind of. I know I could have been a lot worse off without their help. And I can remember walking through the neighborhood and people being like, "Oh, I know your mama, I know your daddy," and before I get home, they already knew where I was at.
Right.
They know. Yep. I said that earlier.
Now we at a point where I can see you and know who you are, know who your parents are, and I won't say nothing.
Yeah. Because you're almost out of line when you say something, though. That's what I'm saying. There consequences. They're putting consequences on us when we do say something. Look, I saw your kid. They were fucking up a little bit. I just thought you might want to know.
Okay.
Why are you talking about my baby like that? They get mad at you for calling them out, and then you just shut up and shut down. And then they're worried about, I don't understand why they have my kid in touch.
They take that as an insult to their parenting. When sometimes it's just what you have to do. You know how they say it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
How you say it.
And it's like, I just saw your child in a dangerous situation. I'm not trying to insult you.
Tell you nothing.
But I saw him in a situation that might have brought harm to him. You understand? And sometimes it's just how you have to talk to people nowadays, because everybody is so sensitive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just like everything is so sensitive now. You know, you can't really have the raw truth no more, because you have to. If they everything just so touchy. You get what I'm saying? You can't really come to nobody and tell them the truth no more. You know.
They done outlaw.
Exactly. You can't be direct no more. Everybody's so tender dick that you got to tiptoe and say this and tiptoe and say this. Because if you say it straight out, now they're offended. You know.
I'll be the first one to say it. I am too damn heavy to be fucking tiptoeing anywhere. I'm stomping. My fat ass is stomping. I'm not gonna have no damn filter. If you don't like it, don't come back telling me, "Oh my God, my son." Girl, what did I say last week? I feel for you, man.
All we doing is setting them up for failure when as the leaders of this generation that we are. Because I think now we like and Bernie Mac said it best. We taking a punk ass approach as parents. You know what I'm saying? We scared to be parents now, because we also look at being ridiculed too. Because you know, like Mo just say, somebody will come up and say something to you. Oh, when you talk about my child and all that. Well, guess what? I think you would rather hear it from me than hear it from folks that's gonna try to give them football numbers if they fuck up. You get what I'm saying? I think you would rather hear it from somebody that's trying to
that's right.
Try to help somebody that's in a situation that reflects my child, because your child looks more like my child than their child look. You get what I'm saying? So it just really just, I guess, in the stuff we gonna have to come back to our own code of conduct of how we see ourselves as a group of people. I guess the village is gonna have to come back together, like y'all say. We know,
the community has to come back because. But the thing was, outlawed shame, humility, and accountability.
It's called cancel culture. Yeah,
we got rid of that. I don't believe in cancel culture, man.
Me either. That's the stupidest thing.
People like to deflect. I grew up. For one thing, I knew for sure my last name meant something.
Yeah.
And when I went outside, I represented my last name first.
I mean, it's
then I made a name for myself because when I first started going outside and stuff like that, I was just, you such and such son. Oh, you such and such little brother. It was all about who your last name was. You get what I'm saying? You had to carry that. You know what I mean? You had to carry that with a certain era of respect. You feel what I mean? Oh, that's them such and such boys over there.
You had to uphold that shit.
Girls. You can look at them girls over there and be like, oh, that's what you call it, them girls right there. Oh, man, you don't mess with them because them parents don't play over there. You can't go half step with them girls because they parents they ain't with none of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And your parents' impression on you, the shame of it all. Like, you ain't going to go outside and embarrass me. Because I'm gonna embarrass you first.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over there and embarrass you worse. Now the parents take the shame from the child. Because when somebody's supposed to tell you your child acting, you feel shame, so that's what make you defensive. No, that shame got to be put on that child. That child has to do these
because it's the kid that did it.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather somebody tell me my child fucking up than a corner call me 2 a.m.
Boom.
Right.
Boom.
And I really want people to reflect on that. Like, reflect on what you're doing and how you react to people. Now, some people gossip and want to tear your name up, but you don't never hear about that until the problem already done came to a head. But the people that actually approach you about what's going on, respect it. Because
even if it hurts your feelings. Yeah.
Man, the feelings shouldn't even be hurt. Yeah. If anything, it should be shame, maybe, like, golly, I done sent my child out here embarrassing me like that. Let me go get this child and wrap her up real quick because she need to know. She need to know, look, you got my last name. You need to scratch. You know who you are?
Yeah.
Do you know where you come from?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I remember going out to
I remember my mama told me straight up, boy, you put your daddy last name in the paper, you better change
it. Okay.
I mean, I remember going out with my parents in the, like, I can only relate to restaurants as a general, but my dad was military. And even though I didn't have a good home life, I still had a good upbringing. I got what I was supposed to get, and I saw what I was supposed to see, and then I ran with it. And my dad was a very stoic Air Force man. You had to be proud of him because he was a very stoic Air Force man. But if we went out to eat, that was a time when you didn't have a host, you had a maitre d'. That was the name they all had. No matter where you were at, it wasn't a host, it was a maitre d'. If the maitre d' walked over to your table because your kid was cutting up and they asked you to leave, the whole family was humiliated and you didn't come back. Now, you can't say shit to them. And the kids are throwing shit across the restaurant, acting all sorts of ways. And why do these people think they're the only table in the whole place? I don't want to hear your kids yelling. I don't want to hear your baby crying like that while you're just sitting there fucking around on the phone.
Yes, sir.
You need to do something.
That's also why you see all the disrespect in some of these schools nowadays too. So.
You know what? I couldn't be a teacher. I wish one of those kids would. I will lose my job, but your bitch ass is gonna remember me. Well, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna go out, especially if they put their hands on me. I'm telling you. Oh, now you want to wear my shoes? Okay, let's do this. You want to wear my shoes? Let's see how well they fit, because I'm fixing to fuck your world up.
My thing is this, right?
Excuse me.
We gotta start treating this community like passing out flyers. You may give out 1,000 flyers and 100 people show up, right? But at least you reached 100 people.
Exactly.
So instead of worrying about how many people may come at you sideways, do it anyway. Because the 2 people that life you change, you could be saving somebody.
Exactly.
And as far as I go, right, I usually try, like, when I see little young boys, like I said, I see little young boys and stuff like that around the job and everything like that, I try to encourage them. I try to put them on a path like, look, this thing is bigger than what you think. And you need to really consider what you're doing. Because a lot of them coming there, they just thinking, oh, it's a job, it's a this, it's a that. And I'm like,
I'm just here for the paycheck.
You 18, 19 years old. You 18, 19 years old, and if you really took this seriously, by 25, 26, you'd be well over 100K.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say this, Skinny.
We got enough failures in this world. We
check
got
this
way
out,
too many
Skinny.
failures.
You know what the deal is too? We are now considered as the old heads. And it's really up to us to pass that knowledge on to them. A lot of us not doing that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? If any damn thing, we too busy trying to be their friend, trying to turn them on to a certain type of game that's basically irrelevant to their success. So that's part of the main problem. Yeah.
We also live in a society where they put the old heads away.
They don't want to hear
the disappointment that these kids is living with, if you actually talk to them, man, it'll blow your mind.
But some of them don't want to even talk about it, which is where we started in the topic. It's not trying to tell your kid what to do or anything like that. You can only offer them so much. It's when they're grown, like out of the house grown. But if you go up to them and try and say something or whatever, you know, it's just like Clean said. That saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. It's all hit or miss. And if they don't want to hear it, you know, but they also don't need to be able to be like, well, my dad drank, so that's why I drink. No, your dad drank and you chose to be like your dad. You have to accept responsibility.
Right.
I was talking to this old head one time, right? And I was like, why you don't never kick it? Like that fella got a bunch of game with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say game, he got a bunch of knowledge to himself. And I was like, why you don't never kick it with them young? He's like, oh no, I don't mess with them young kids, man. Them young kids, And I was like, and I explained to him the same thing I was saying to y'all about passing out flyers. I said it ain't about how many flyers you pass out, but the ones that show up to the show, you know you got them.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you prejudging everybody that they ain't gonna show up to the show, your show gonna be empty.
Right, but you're wrong for prejudging.
Right.
And then you die with all of this knowledge that ain't nobody got to move on.
Exactly. Yep.
Right. But check this out, man. Look, I'm gonna let everybody know this the new team, this the new season. T. Latrell, my man, Big Clean. Mo, you know what I'm saying? My man Skinny P, yo, we're going to keep on doing this thing and bringing y'all some fire. So definitely check us out on the next episode. This DJ Robbie Keep, and yo, we out this shit.
Bye, y'all.